But let's welcome on board the management of Havells. Anil Rai Gupta joins in on the show right now. Anil, hi, good morning. Good to have you on ET now. In the last few quarters, you'd seen a volume-led growth. Is that the case in this quarter as well? And what is the pricing growth and what is the volume growth?
Actually, over the last couple of quarters, raw material prices seem to have stabilized with minor fluctuations, but over a longer period of time, in the last 6 months, things have stabilized. So there have not been price hikes other than the energy rating changes. And hence, most of the growth which you are seeing is volume-led growth. So that's a good sign. But also, the fact that the stability in raw material prices is coming, which is also augurs well for the coming quarters from the margin front.
Mr. Gupta, sequentially margins have seen an expansion and that's been aided by the stability in raw material prices. Going forward, is there room for upside here?
I think over the last couple of years, because of the huge fluctuation in raw material prices, it was difficult to pass on the entire cost to the market. And hence, with some stabilization, we believe that stability in margins will come, maybe some improvement, or at least coming back to normalized levels for core businesses will come back in the coming quarters. Hopefully, this raw material condition remains similar. So that should help the margins in the coming times.
Right, and how's the demand been for ACs and fans? What's the summer portfolio looking like, and has the company taken any price hikes?
I think for both these product categories, the price hikes were taken at the start of the year, the calendar year, around January time. So, or even for ACs, it was done earlier because of the change in ratings, energy ratings. So that we don't see major price increases in the coming times. But from a season point of view, the weather has not been great for sales of summer products. Both in March and April, we experienced unprecedented rains. So that doesn't augur well from a demand scenario point of view. But still, there is summer left, and hopefully, things should pan out well. But till now, the situation has not been great from a tertiary demand point of view.
Now, Lloyd's has seen some sequential improvement, but overall quite negative at the EBIT level. So what is your outlook on margins for Lloyd, given that there is a high cost inventory, and in which quarter do you think that this will normalize?
I think inventories are normalized as of now. So, high cost inventories were there earlier. So that's normalized. Lloyd is on a growth journey, and with manufacturing now fully in control, new manufacturing plant has also come up. So over a period of time, we'll see expansion in margins also. But I think we are quite enthused by the fact that we've been able to gain market share, maintain a top 3 position in the air conditioner segment. Also, the fact that we have been able to grow almost 50% over last year in revenues. So overall, it's a good situation to be in. And once the volumes are coming up, the stabilization in the manufacturing processes are coming up. So I believe the margins will also expand in coming times.
Right. Your B2C is around 70% of demand, which continued to remain sluggish, in fact. Is the recovery now in sight? What do you foresee for FY24?
I think last 6 months, we've seen some sluggishness in the consumer segment. And that is something, probably related to the price hikes over the last 1.5 years. But also, I think on the positive side, we have seen some demand increase in the real estate sector. Obviously, the infrastructure and industrial sector is doing better. So hopefully, once we're seeing this uptick in the real estate segment, hopefully in the next couple of quarters, we'll start seeing consumer demand also coming up better. So hopefully this year should be better. From last 6 months has been slow in terms of consumer product categories.
Real estate as a sector as well is seeing an uptick in construction. Do you see these levels sustaining and in turn leading to good demand when it comes to cable wires and your switchgear segment?
I think as I said, that we are seeing some traction in the real estate segment. So this does impact the cable and wire and the switchgear segment both. So hopefully we should be doing better growth as compared to what we have been able to achieve in the last couple of years. In fact, if you see, the real estate demand has been weak over many years now. Only in the last couple of years things have improved, but it has significantly improved in the last 6 months. So hopefully the coming quarter as well as the year should be better.
Right. Tell us a little bit more about your capex plans for FY24 and how do you plan to fund it?
Well, the Sri City plant for air conditioners is already in production. So the capex there, it was taken care of in the last year. But there is another plant coming up in Karnataka. So that will require more capex during the year. So overall, we are looking at a capex of about 600 crores in this year, which will be met through internal accruals.
All right, thank you for sharing with us those details. That's the management of Havells saying that most of the growth has been volume-led in Q4 and that they are looking at a capex of about 600 crores for FY24. As of now, no major price increase for ACs as well as fans.